I'm taking care of business. I'm in Hollywood. I'm doing whatever business I got to do. I run by Sam's house, and he's in his kitchen. And so I guess C.D. LeBeau, Mr. Stand-Up and Straight Shooter, I guess decided he better tell Sam that I came up with the idea. And so I'll never forget, I'm sitting on the other side of this bar, and Sam's on the other side doing something. And so he goes, so you got to put me in a rehab? And I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. No. Carl and Christy told me.
Oh, no way.
You was going to put me in a rehab. And I go, well, you probably could use it. But nah, that wasn't my idea. And so he starts like kicking cabinet doors and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And I remember he had some nuts. He had like a jar of nuts on his counter. And so I get the nuts, and I open them up, and I'm eating these nuts, and I'm watching the show of Sam, kicking everything and throwing shit. And so finally I tell him, I go, dude, if you really want to impress me, why don't you come out here and kick this TV right in the picture? Man, don't fuck around with these cabinets. I mean, really do something. And so he tells me, that I think I just whip your ass. And so, and again, now you got to remember, my feet's up on his counter. I'm eating peanuts. I'm sitting back in this chair. And so I'm like, how many fights you been in this last month? And he said, about 10. And I go, how many of them hit you back? And he goes, not any of them. Because what Sam used to do is, he'd get in a fight, he'd hit somebody, and then security's all over the place.
Right.
And so I said, how many of them? None of them hit me back. I said, well, I'll tell you what then. Why don't you bring your fat ass around on the other side of this counter? And I guarantee you, I'll hit you back. Well, all of a sudden, out of the blue, here comes Carl out of one room, and there was another idiot named Majid out of another room. So I mean, they know. I guess they'd already had this talk, and they figured it was going to take all three of them. And so anyhow, so I'm sitting on this chair, and they come out. And I go, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And they go, "Man, we're going to take care of business." And I go, "Well, it'll probably take all three of you." But when you get all through, let me make one promise to you. I promise you're not going to see the sun come up in the morning. I guarantee you.
Oh, shit.
You are not going to. The best thing for you to do is get your ass out that front door before you really piss me off. And so they take off, and it's just me and Sam. And Sam goes, dude, I wouldn't let them do anything to you. I go, that's awful big of you since you had them here.
Oh, shit.
But we had this Sam and I. It was a brother relationship.
Right.
We would talk shit to each other and everything else, but don't let anybody else talk shit about us.
That's right. Brotherly love. Man.
That's right. I mean, we was in the ministry, and there was this young guy named Bill Lindsay that had went to Bible college with Sam, and he wanted to learn the ropes. So we took him up to one of our crusades in Chicago, and and you know how brothers fight, man. They never like cut loose.
Right.
They're always holding back. Ends up being wrestling matches. Anyhow, Sam and I were the afternoon or whatever, and Sam and I were like fighting, so to speak, but not really throwing any punches. And this guy's trying to get us to quit. And we're not quitting. We're mad and everything else. We're not quitting until this guy goes, "Hey, you guys need to stop. I could whip both of you." And so all of a sudden the fight stopped. And Sam and I both turn around to him and go, "Which one of us do you want first?" And the guy was like, "Oh no." So we're both like, "Oh no, dude. No, you wanted some of it. Now you got some of it." And so I think I whipped his ass, and then after I got all through, I think Sam whipped his ass.
Oh my God.
But he didn't ever get in the middle of it anymore.
Right.
Good times, dude. Good times.
I bet there was.
Good times.
He would have been 55 today, huh?
Yep. Yep, 55.
We got our 55 candles. We got, well, the number 55.
How big a cake you got?
No. No, we actually just bought the letters, the numbers, I mean.
Oh, I was going to say, if you got 55 candles, I hope you haven't got any, like, fire detectors and shit in that studio.
Oh, no, we ain't that crazy.
Yeah, no. No, dude, he'd be 55. It's hard to imagine him being 55.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm 50 already, you know?
Imagine. Yep.
I can't believe I'm 50 years old already.
Yeah.
But how old are you now, Bill?
I'll be 60 New Year's.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to answer the phone, aren't you, this time?
Oh, yeah.
I call him every
I answer it every year. Yeah, for people that don't know, John Lutz is the first one that calls me every single year, or Screamin Sam calls me every single year on my birthday, and he's the very first one.
Very first one,
He stays up till 3 o'clock in the morning. You do.
I know I do.
Stays up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm telling you, like 12:01 California time, I'll get a call from him.
And you better believe you'll be getting one every year.
That's right. That's right.
That's right, brother, because I love you like a brother. You know that, man.
You are like my brother, man.
That's right. I was telling them, we were laughing when I was at your house that one time. I was washing my truck outside, and the neighbor came up to me and go, "Are you Bill Kinison's brother?" Remember that time I was telling you about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They laughed their ass off.
Yep.
We have a pretty good show tonight, though. We have some real big fans watching tonight, and it's really turned out to be a good show.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, we're playing video clips of Sam and just having our fun. You know, we do every year.
Yep. Yep.
We got to keep the memory going, brother.
Well, he was one of the all-time greats, no doubt about that.
The best. We played some home videos.
He was the only natural comedian I've ever met in my life. Never wrote a routine.
Right.
Every show was different. I mean, that's unheard of, man. They just don't do that. I'll never forget he was on Johnny Carson, and Johnny asked him, talking about he used to be a minister, and and he said, man, that's which is tougher, being a comedian or being a preacher. And I'll never forget, Sam told him, said, comedians kill me. Comedians kill me. Said they go out and they'll do a bunch of dates or whatever, and they do the exact same show, word for word. And he said, then after like 6 months or a year, they go, what, I got to take a break, man. I got to come up with some new material. He said, when you're a preacher, you come up with new material every single night.
That's right.
And he said it's an hour and a half set, man. You don't get to do what you did last night or last week or last month, man. Every night is a brand new routine.
Yep.
I always thought, I never had looked at it that way until Sam had said it, and I think, man, he's absolutely right. We'd have sometimes Sam and I, we'd have long revivals. Go 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Every night, sometimes twice a day. And dude, you got to come up with a new message every single service.
That's amazing.
Oh, I know it.
He said it's harder to be a preacher and make promise people stuff than it is being a comedian, making them laugh.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Sam just started and he was in Houston, and even starting out, he was still better than by far anybody that was there. And they had some good names back then. That was Bill Hicks and Carla Bow and Yakov Smirnoff and
Schmackoff.
I forget. Yeah, he's out of college. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So it's a good comedian. But I remember one night we were back in the green room, and the comics kept coming back. They're going, man, that's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd. And I remember Sam, after a while, man, he had enough. So he finally told him, "Say, you guys don't know what a tough crowd is." They go, "Oh, man, I'm telling you, that ain't a tough crowd." Said a tough crowd is having a morning church service. 6 people show up that don't want to be there, and you got to pay your house payment. That's a tough crowd. He said, if all I have to do is make them laugh, there's no such thing as a tough crowd. And Sam really felt like that. Never one time did you ever hear Sam ever say that was a tough crowd.